Now we'll get to what Matt was talking about. I have worked inside a lot. We have Freedom's Phoenix. We have our own workshop. It's a 3,500 square foot workshop. We opened this our fourth one that we've done over the years, done different things. This one's probably going to be around a little bit longer. We have our own movie studio in it. Video studio in it. We do movies and TV programs, all that kind of stuff. We have a radio studio that we built. We have t-shirt making. We have our printing press set up. We do signs. We got expansion in the next area that we're probably going to expand to. We have probably 2 to 3 dozen people there every day at night just doing stuff like these videos. This is what happened. 24-year-old guy, about 24, 25, around in there, and his wife, young couple like you, come up and they said, wow, this Obama deception, man, this is the crap, man. We got to do this. We have 3 duplicators. We can make 300 to 400 DVDs an hour. Ooh, can you imagine that when we were your age in the 90s? Can you feel that? So what happens is, I really enjoy this stuff. What happened was, they come to me, would it be okay? Yep, yes is always the answer. That was the difference between us. I go to meetups in South Carolina. And you'd be a group like this, and you have their meetup thing going, and they Ernie Hancock, the creator of, blah, blah, oh, yeah. And I get up, I go, who are the sign makers? What? I go, who are making signs? Who's making signs? Who's putting stuff on freeways? Who are the sign makers? Then you have 1 or 2 guys, right? Well, we came here to make signs. We thought that's what we were going to do. They're not making signs? And it's a young kid sitting back in the corner kind of while the other older guys are complaining, oh, we don't make signs. We need more professional and do it and have the great and silk screen kind of blah, 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 blah. I go, yeah, that's all very interesting. Who are the sign makers? Who has a backyard? I would take 3 days to go anywhere where Ron Paul was coming. Like that weekend, I'd get there on like a Wednesday. I'd go to these billboard companies that have extra billboard material that they usually have to pay. In Vegas, they have to pay $5, $10 a piece just to throw them away because they don't degrade. They're guaranteed against ultraviolet for like 7 years up there. So I'm going, look, we'll take them for free because we love you, all right? We're environmentalists, right? So they give us these. By the thousands we had signs that we'd make, and it cost us paint. So they go, well, if you put those signs up, they just take them down. And I'm going, so? I got 4 hours of, rush hour traffic on a freeway overpass for 15 cents. I'm good, man. I can do that. I can do that all day, every day, which we did, okay? So I go there and I go, like South Carolina. Dr. Paul's coming to speak. We go, who's the sign makers? They don't do it. There's another group that was kind of the rebel kids. They were homeschooled kids from 11 to 19. And then there were some other older guys that were helping them. They had, some of the older guys had gone to university, and so when they came back for that summer, they had their friends in this homeschool group that created their own meetup because they wanted to make signs and the other guys wouldn't. I go, not a problem, I'll be over there tomorrow. Where's your address? Put it in my little Magellan thing, boom, I show up, I go, I get a bunch of paint, I get the stuff, I go in. We made 300 signs in 2 days. They stayed up till 7 in the morning, all night. We started at 10 o'clock at night, putting them on between, Spartanburg and Greensboro or whatever it was, those 2 cities. We go in, 30 miles there is between them. Man, there wasn't 100 yards that didn't have chain link, didn't have a sign on it. We go and put those, then they took them down. A bunch of Romney guys did. Sons of bitches. We did it again, okay? We put them up. We go, after all this, it's a big success. They're throwing, we had the little 20s. You ever seen the 20s that we throw that looks like a 20 and you open it disappointed? Vote for Ron Paul. So we're throwing them in malls. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We had the Ron Paul Revolution bags that we put DVDs in. America Freedom to Fascism with a bunch of Ron Paul YouTubes on it and all kinds of stuff. We do these we did 30,000 of those bags, and probably more than that. So we go, this is the kind of stuff that we were doing. What would happen? Ron Paul had the morning event and the evening event's a big success. Everybody's all clapping. Chris Lawson's, oh, man, aren't we great? Look what our guys did. Our people put all these signs up. And the whole time they're complaining about it. I want to talk to the sign makers. I want to talk to the people that it didn't even cross their mind to get permission. What would the people say? Did you get a permit to put that sign up? Did you get a permit from the man to challenge the man? Well, did you? Proud to say I did not. So these young minds, it never even occurred to them to get permission. A revolution doesn't have permission slips. So you just go, these kids get it. I was in the Iowa straw poll. We're there. All of a sudden you see this big hump in the demographic that goes like this. You have people, they're 0 years old, 100 years old. In the Ron Paul Revolution, you got like here, it's 50, 25, and it went like this. Okay? Yeah, probably about average age, up here. But it was because of a lot of young people back in here. Okay? But the thing that was striking to me, they were all the same types of people. They just wanted to know the truth. They could handle it. I'll prepare for it. Just give me the truth. I just want the truth. Truth seekers. Here we go. Then I started to see, I'm going, why is it that they seek truth more than other people? What was the reasoning behind that? This is what I figured out. In 1994, we got our first email account. Okay? We're back here now. One of the first emails I got in the first week, and it said this. A sig line at the bottom of the email. I can't remember what the email about was, but a sig line at the bottom. A sig line, what the heck's that? Anyway, so you had somebody has some saying at the bottom of all their emails. And it said, remember when we used to be worried that the Soviet Union would nuke Washington, D.C., and now we're worried they won't? Now think about it. CBS, NBC, ABC, PBS, CNN, they aren't saying this. Now whether you agreed with that statement or not wasn't the point. The point was that you could say it. And I forwarded that to all my database. Okay? So of course, they said that's one of the first virals. In 1994, you'll look up the legitimacy of government, or the illegitimacy of government. It's an article I wrote as a young guy in 1994. You read that and you go, wow, man, that guy got it way back then. I'm going, man, the government doesn't have any legitimacy. We don't give it. They seek legitimacy above all things. If it was all compliance and force and my M16, F-16, A1 Abrams that can make you comply or die kind of thing, well, that's what they do. Hell, that's what they do. And they're trying to do it even more. But what they need more than anything else is your consent. They need legitimacy. They seek it above all else. And the only way they can get it now is through fear tactics. You can watch. The economy's done. I'll just tell you for right now. I mean, we were talking the coming Greatest Depression since last year on Freedom's Phoenix. We're going, oh, man, you guys have no idea. Get out of the stock market now. Oh, is it time to buy at the low now? We should buy now. It's waiting. No, hell no, get out. It's not going to get better. It's going to get a lot worse. This is just the beginning of something greater than the Greatest Depression ever. Now, I just want to make sure. Get out of the stock market now. Okay? So you can say, I told you so. What's the date? 25th of April, 2009. It's going to get worse. A lot worse. Okay? There I said. Now, the thing is that I'm looking at what's going on here, that would change things. This email I get, and I'm going, oh, you can directly communicate with anyone else. You can be Wayne's World. All of a sudden, you're the top guy from the basement of. You see my point? I'm going, you're bypassing all this stuff. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever. It's going to be pop. I go, when they are able to start doing video, that's when it's time to really do some ass whipping. Now, of course, we had 96. We're starting to put all our candidates on the web. Libertarians have plenty of computer geeks. I mean, we were fine on that. So we were, first libertarian candidates, front page of the newspaper. All the libertarians are using the internet, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't until 2002 until it was kind of standard. I mean, if you're running for office as a Republican, Democrat, whatever, you better have internet. Then you had Howard Dean in 04. I mean, you got all this stuff building up to where we are now. What happened was, in about 96, I go, when they do video, we are going to hit the web hard. Freedom's Phoenix, the concept, the logo, the phoenix, the rebirth of freedom from liberty's torch, the ashes of liberty kind of thing, that concept was back here. We didn't start doing it until like 05, around in here is when Freedom's Phoenix was born. And the only reason I waited is because I knew we needed to have video. When you had video and the YouTube's starting to hit, I'm going, the bad guys are so freaking toast, they don't even know it's coming.